shake your booties for black girl nerds.
My name is Chris Parnell. I play Wayne, who is the manager of Cooper Knox, who's the young pop star, who's kind of the central character in the show. And Wayne we're still sort of fleshing out Wayne. He's a little pathetic. He's a little bit of a operator, but he's not hopefully too typical as far as a manager agent kind of character you see in a TV show would be.
So what are you doing to make your character like flesh out, and what are you adding to make him a little bit more atypical as a manager?
Well, I feel like there's a certain way that agents especially, I mean, I guess managers too, are played as very slick and so I'm just not as slick. I mean, I think when they cast me in the part, they, had a different thing in mind. I mean, they told me they did, so I know that. And it was more in my wheelhouse of, being kind of a put-up-on guy who's not got the best home life, and he's a little sad, but he tries to make the best of things. So it's really on a script-to-script basis, just sort of bringing whatever they've written to life, because like I said, I don't know exactly where the character is going. Since the pilot, this is my first episode, so yeah.
Gotcha. Are you excited?
I am excited. Yeah.
And what, I forgot about the mic. So what made this script stand out, or this pilot stand out from other scripts that you get? Why did you sign on for this one?
Well, I knew Austin Earl, who's one of the creators of the show, because his two kids are in my son's class at preschool. So he had told me about this project, and he was always asking me like what was going on with this other show I'd been doing, and that ended, and then he was asking me about my pilot season. I was like, oh, nothing's really happening. And so he said, well, would you be interested in this? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm going to say yes. Not knowing what the script was, not knowing too much about it, he kind of gave me the outline and stuff. And then when I finally got the script and read it, I was like, oh, yeah, this is funny. This is good. And it's a part that I see as being, in my wheelhouse. Yeah.
And then has your manager, does he use this against you now? Like if he wants you to do a certain role, he's like, well, you do the show now. Do you understand? Are you more relatable to him now, or?
No, well, my manager's a she, and I've been with her for so long, and she's super cool and just laid back, and is so not like that at all, which is part of why I'm with her and love her. So, yeah.
And then, so because we're Black Girl Nerds, that's our outlet, what's your nerdiest habit that you have?
My nerdiest habit? Well, I mean, it's probably too many to list, but for a while I was into radio-controlled helicopters, but I sort of got bored with that. But nerd-wise, I don't know. I don't know that it's nerdy. I just like looking at art and going to museums and reading about art and photography and that kind of jazz, So. Yeah, I try to come across as cultured. I try to present myself as cultured. I'm not really at all, but no, that's kind of like what I like to do in my free time. When I'm not with the kids or the wife. Yeah.
And for our final question, what is the message of this show? What do you want the audience to take away from it, and from your character as well?
Oh God, I don't know. Message. I don't know what that would be. Just. Hopefully they walk away with a good sense of a family, sort of an odd family situation that's not made up of the conventional elements that gets along well and works well, because the parents are different than the parents that you might normally expect to see or know, or certainly my parents. I think most people's parents. So I don't know that the show has a huge message other than just to hopefully make you smile and laugh and have a good time watching it. But maybe it does have a message and they just haven't told me, so I don't know.
All right, well, thank you so much, and it was such an honor meeting you.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
Yes, humble star.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.